Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. So, today's new daily is to play 40 lands. Nice and easy, just takes a little while. But to try and get a bit of a jump start on it, we're going to try out the Jund Landfall deck. The reason I say kind of getting a jump start is if we have a card or two in here that lets us play multiple lands, mainly Icetill Explorer, because I don't think Lumra's whole pull lands from your graveyard to the field, that doesn't count because you're not actually playing them, but it is what it is, right? So, as the name suggests, this is a landfall deck. We have multiple creatures that have landfall ability, Iridescent Vinelasher and Sabotender. Both of them have the same ability of dealing 1 damage to your opponent. We have Tannuk, Memorable Ensign. Whenever a land you control enters, deals 1 damage to each opponent, so same ability there, but it also has, if this is the second time the ability has resolved this turn, draw a card. So very much that, yeah, if a second land comes into play, you get a card from it. Not bad. Aftermath Analyst, mills 3, and then we can sacrifice it for 4 to return all land cards from our graveyard to the battlefield tapped, which triggers all of these guys. Intrepid Paleontologist is mana generation. Worldsoul's Rage is another one. Deals X damage to any target. Put up to X land cards from your hand and or graveyard onto the battlefield tapped, again triggering all of these different abilities. You kind of get the idea, right? Abrade is removal for both creature removal, low level creature removal, and more importantly, artifact removal. Pitiless Carnage is one of those where it's like sacrifice any number of permanents you control, then draw that many cards, because we have a couple of different ways of either playing lands from our graveyard or pulling them from the graveyard back to the battlefield. That doesn't pose much of a problem. Just sacrifice lands. Just make sure you keep enough to where you can do your ways of getting those lands back. Icetill Explorer, you may play an additional land on each of your turns. You may play lands from your graveyard. That's what I'm talking about. And its landfall is whenever a land you control enters, middle card, which again can be putting more lands into your grave, which can help with Lumra. Because again, we have multiple ways of getting lands out of our graveyard. Power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. When Lumra enters, mill 4, then return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Finally, we do have Famished Worldsire, just a single copy of this. And again, it plays its part because we have multiple ways of pulling our lands from our graveyard. So, when this creature enters, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is this creature's power. Oh, actually, no. Put any number of land cards from among them onto the battlefield tapped and shuffle. Very nice. Essentially makes up for the fact that you can sacrifice, as this creature enters, you may sacrifice any number of lands. It enters with 3 times that many +1/+1 counters. So again, it does cost 8 to cast this guy, so that is a bit much, but it is what it is sometimes. And finally, the only thing that's kind of important in our lands are Escape Tunnel and Fabled Passage, because these trigger twice. You play them, it triggers the landfall. You sacrifice them to get another land, triggers landfall again. So, very basic. Relatively, it's a little more complicated than some landfall decks because it does have it's 3 color, which again I don't usually play, but I enjoyed it the first time I tried this deck out. It wasn't that bad. So again, I don't actually remember how we did. I don't typically commit to memory how my matches went after I finish recording, just because I don't know, I just don't. This, we'll keep this because Intrepid Paleontologist allows me to do any mana color for its ability, so that's potentially good. Because I can tap that to play 2 Vinelashers. Ooh, Keen-Eyed Curator's not good. I'll have to get rid of that. swamp. Problem here is if I use Abrade here on their Keen-Eyed Curator, oof, that's not great. I might just have to deal with it, sadly. Let's go with. Does it really matter? No, let's go ahead and do this first. Pull another forest. And we will go with you. I could Abrade. Okay, whenever a creature you control becomes target of a spell, ability on target creature you control other than that creature. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. It does mean all of these guys are going to get a power-up, potentially, but that's fine. Because depending on how this goes, if I survive my next turn, I can play two lands, you know, Fabled Passage. No attack. I can play both of those. And, well, no, it would do... Oh yeah, that would take them to 4. Good game. Okay, I mean, I'll take it. That's a lot of Paw Patch recruit. But, so, just to kind of talk about what I was planning on doing here. It depends on what we were going to draw, but because of Icetill Explorer, I can play 2 lands. Both of these were going to be played. That is 2 4 damage. Oh yeah, that would be 4 damage there because no, yeah, just be 4 damage because this one does 1 2. This one is 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yeah, okay. Just wasn't clicking for me. So yeah, I had lethal. And they did not have lethal with this. That's what, 5 7 8? Yeah, nope. Alright, well that worked out well. Hey, we only actually played 5 lands that game. That is what it is. Anyway, not too bad, right? But yeah, this deck is not really about overwhelming my opponent with creature damage. It's about burning them. You know, burning them down with this kind of damage. Hello to you as well. Oof. Taking damage from the beginning. Yikes. Okay. That... I don't like that. Let's go ahead and just get rid of that. Let's go with... Let's go with another swamp. Kind of in a similar situation to what we were just in. Kind of. What's your ability? No, I'll take the hit. Jeez, that's expensive. Fair enough. So I could do... Should I? Draw that many cards. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. We are going to get rid of 1, 2... 3. Let's get rid of those 3. Or 4, whatever. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I shouldn't have gotten rid of some of those, but it's okay. So how does this one work? Okay, it becomes blocked. Ugh, yeah, if it becomes blocked, they get another attack. Another attack step. That's not great. So yeah, I have to block something. Oh, it must be blocked? Rude. That's right, I forget it has that ability. Yeah, triggered to where it must be blocked. And then it gets to attack again, which pretty much just, yeah, wipes me out here. Because I have to block. Because I have to block him, so... yeah. So that pretty much just ends the fight. Because yeah, that's how this guy works. Every time he's blocked, a new combat step takes place. So yeah, there's just nothing I could do there. They got me into a cycle where I had to block it each time. I could have blocked with my Icetill and probably survived that turn, but there was going to be another attack step anyway because I had to block the giant mole. So yeah, that's just how it went. And looking at the time, we're at about 14 minutes. I don't really want to do another episode or another match and go past 20 because that just seems like was probably what's going to happen. So we're going to wrap things up here for today. If you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, don't forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you all next time.